Who have you gotten starstruck by when you've met them?
Leonard Nimoy.
Really?
It was horrible.
I wish I would have met him.
I'm such a Star Trek fan.
What'd you say to him?
I just climbed all over him. I was at a convention, and sometimes when you're in the green room, you're actually still on because the other actors are actually fans of what you've done.
Yeah.
So they're asking you for autographs and there's nowhere to go to relax and just have some downtime so you can recoup your energy and go back and be with the fans and have a good time there. And so you need a break. So sometimes they'll give certain actors their own room so they can have some quiet. And I was experiencing this in the green room. I still had blonde hair. I was on Buffy and I was getting a lot of attention in the green room. So they shuttled me off to this private room where Leonard was also sitting. And he's trying to have a break. And he's like 70 something years old. He needs a break. And I was like, oh my God, I'm the biggest fan of you. This is what happened.
Thank you very much.
God. And you could just see him going, oh
shit.
God, there's no safe place.
Blondie.
I was just like, not that he thinks I'm a bad person, but I just cannot get away from the fact that everyone
Did he
wants
smoke?
to talk to Spock. No, not in the green room at the time. Yeah,
Was he smoking in the green room?
But yeah, I always felt bad about that. I could not be cool. I could not keep it together in front of him.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, what I realized is that I just wanted
I've
to
done
applaud. I just wanted, like when you're
Did
in
you get him to sign something?
No.
Damn,
They got him out pretty quickly. I think
I would have gotten him to sign something.
He signaled somebody and he was whisked away. And he was probably in the bathroom in the stall because that's the only place that he could get private, just sitting there. But yeah, I think what I realized is that I just wanted to applaud. Because like I was in plays where you'd be in the first act and you wouldn't be in the second act or third act, or you wouldn't be in the last scene at least. And you could go home early. You could go home an hour and a half early, but you have to sit backstage like a good little boy just so that you could go on stage and bow. And then you go home.
Right.
And when you're doing 9 or 11 shows a week, you really wish you could go home. You just like the applause is not like that's, and you realize that the applause is not for the actors. Everyone thinks, oh, actors live for applause. No, we really don't. It's so the audience has a chance to join the conversation and have their voice. And there's different kinds of applause. There's like, wow, we think you're amazing. There's, yeah, we're not going to ask for our money back. And there's, why did you waste our time? Like there's all, you can tell, there's a message given in that applause. And I had been watching Leonard Nimoy for years and I had never had a chance to applaud. And I just had this overwhelming need to say,
did he smile?
I love you. He grimaced in a friendly way. So, yeah.
But I was like Yoda.
I was taking away his one moment of silence.
I've had some moments where I was starstruck, like meeting Jack Nicholson and hanging with him back at the Lakers game in the chairman's room at the time when they used the chairman's room. I think they still do, but he was in the cigar room. And I just went in, I didn't know he was in there. And I was having a cigarette at the time, years ago. Yeah. And I just was like, oh man, I hope we could win this one. He goes, well, Shaq's hurt right now. And, you hope Kobe could, and he starts talking about the game with me. And I'm like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And how long you been coming here? And I was like, hockey's my sport. He's, well, I never really got into hockey as much, but, and we had this, like, all of a sudden I'm starstruck. There's no way around it. And I'm doing the best acting of my life to make him think I'm not starstruck, that I'm just a dude. Yeah. And this one guy walks in and goes, Jack! And I go, oh, fuck. And he goes, this game, man, not as good as it gets, huh? And Jack goes, if you'll excuse me, and walked out. And I go, you fuck. Yeah. And the guy goes, what? I go, you just ruined my moment. I was talking with Jack. And he goes, dude, sorry. I'm like, God damn. Yeah.
Because you were just talking to a human being.
I was just talking
about
we were just talking
sport.
sports and having a nice moment.
Yeah.